Welcome to this new video. This video is regarding the difference between values and distinct the DAX functions in Power BI. So this is a common interview questions which most of them will be asking. So mostly values and distinct are almost similar in their function, but there is a slight difference between value and distinct DAX function. We will see in this video regarding that. So in this example which is mentioned here, you can see there is a dimension table and there is a fact table, and in the dimension table we are having only 3 values, but the related fact table we are having around 4 values. So if you relate this dimension to the fact table and you count the values of dimension table, you will be getting the distinct as 3. So obviously you will be seeing okay, only 3 values are there, but for values you will be counting the blank also. So that's the reason why you have got 4 here. That is the main difference between values and distinct. You can see the first two statements are almost similar to values and distinct because it returns one column table that contains distinct values from the specified column. So it contains distinct value. If you are using counting the rows of this fact table, you will be getting 4 here for distinct as well as values. At the same time, if you have taken off, deleted the relationship between the dimension and the fact, and then if you start counting this dimension table, you will be getting 3 in both the cases. So in both the cases, duplicate values are removed and only the unique values are returned. And for values, a blank value can be added. So that is what has happened here. And both the syntax for both distinct and values are also similar. So we will see an example of it. Before the example, we will go to the model here. And we have a model, we have the dimension as well as the fact here. And in the dimension table, you have a mode and fact also, it is related to the shipment mode. So both are related. And in this example, we have 3 values here and we have 4 values in the fact table. So if you take this case, this is a fact table. We are having 4 values in this ship mode. At the same time, in the dimension table, you are having only 3: first class, second class, and standard class. It is more visible when you go to the visualization pane. Okay, this is the fact table. We are having shipment mode 4 values: first class, same class, second class, and standard class. At the same time, in the dimension, we have only 3 values, but both are related. That means one is blank here. Same day is blank in the dimension table. So we will write a measure to calculate the count of the rows. That means how much count is there in this dimension table with respect to distinct. So we can write it as dimension distinct equals to count rows, and then we can give distinct and give the column name. Column name is mode, that is fact shipment mode. Sorry, not fact shipment mode, it is dimension shipment. And we are counting the rows of dimension shipment mode and we are giving it with respect to shipment distinct of shipment mode. So we will select this card and we will move the shipment to this card, and we got the value as 3. Of course, if you count also, you will be getting 3 only. So now we will do the same thing for values. So we will create another measure, and here we will be naming it as dimension values, count rows, and here we can give it as values, and that is a table, and table we can give it as dimension shipment mode. The same we will be having another card visual and we will be moving that to card. And here this is the basic difference between these two, because these two dimension and fact table are related, and you can see in the dimension actually only 3 values are there. So we are getting the 3 count rows. Actually 3 rows are, we are getting the 3, but in the values the same formula we have given for values also, but we got 4. Why we got 4? Because it is connected to this fact table, and in the fact table there is another value for this same dimension, that is same day is also there. So at the same time, for distant it counts the dimension only, and it will take the distant of the dimension only. It won't take the blank rows. So if you take off the relationship, then everything is gone. So only dimension will be there. At that time, both these values will be similar. You can check, you can go to the model, you can right click here and you can delete the relationship and you can select yes. So now the relationship between the dimension and the fact table is not there. So you can go there and see. You can see both these are having the same value. Now, since there is no relationship between the fact and the dimension, it will take only the dimension table. But the moment we give the relationship, of course, fact is having 4, and with respect to the fact, the dimension is having a blank space. So that will calculate the blank also. Go to the model and you can move it here, shipment mode. We got the relationship here. And now if you go to the values, of course, we got 4. So this is the basic difference between distinct and values, which is a common question for interviews. Hope this was an interesting video. Have a nice day.